Welcome back to another episode of My Ultimate Iron Man. We're here in the catacombs of Kraken with some spooky music. Let me know what you guys think about that. I tried to turn it up a little bit just to maybe have, something other than me just talking the whole time. I've been changing game volumes around a lot. I don't want to play with no sound. I'd like to have at least a little bit so I know, if I'm doing stuff or whatever. But let me know generally what you think about the sound volumes. But anyway, last time, if you missed it, we went to Demonic Gorillas. We tried very, very hard to get a second Zenite. Of course, we've had the Ring of Suffering for a good long while. I would like to make the Anguish for our archery, uses. We got 99 range, too. That's how we ended the episode. Now, that's not what I wanted the end of the episode to be, if you can't tell by my reaction. I was really hoping to get a Zenite, but we didn't. If I pull up Gluff's experiments here, you can see we're at 668 KC. Still only our one Zenite, which we got at 82, and then all of these ballista parts were new. I think the only thing we'd had in our log was a Zenite shard, maybe one ballista limb, but yeah, a lot of stuff. We are planning to go back to Demonic Gorillas maybe this episode, but I think I've decided I just will wait until I have a Slayer task, just to make the most use of the Arclight charges that I have yet left, and hopefully by doing some Slayer now, I maybe can get a couple thousand more charges in there before we go back. But without further ado, I've got a hard casket to do, action-packed opening for this episode. Let's see what we get. Well, that's the freaking Black D'hide starter set, and other than that, it's just alch values for us. Oh, it's been 3,000 years, but there it is, Black Demon's task, and thankfully I just charged up the Arclight, so I've got almost 3,000 charges, should be plenty for just 133, especially considering we'll get the boost from the Slayer helmet. It is the weekend now, so I don't know how much, how packed it's going to be there, but hopefully I should be able to get this done without too much of a problem. And just to highlight the power of a Slayer task, first trip, 35 kills, and I wasn't fully focused for a good bit of it. I made some mistakes. I could have gotten significantly further than that. I only had one prayer potion drop and one shard drop, I think. So, very, very nice. Definitely don't think I'd want to do these off Slayer tasks anymore, having experienced this. Well, it's now or never, guys. This is the last kill of the task, and we have seen nothing so far. Not even a ballista part, and we will continue to see nothing. I guess that's the way it goes, because that was significantly faster than doing it off task. The bonuses from the Slayer helm really, really help, but we didn't get any drops. We only got 1.5 mil, so still can't really complain. I do think from now on I'm probably just going to go ahead and only do demonics when I'm on task, which kind of sucks. I was really hoping to get the Anguish before I start moving on to the next stuff, because I'm going to be using range for pretty much everything I've got on the immediate agenda. But for right now, I'm probably going to grab some clues real quick for today, and then I think I might head on to a boss. See if you can guess what that boss might be. Well, sorry guys, I as always knew it was coming up, but I'm just an idiot. I'm not only am I watching YouTube, I'm also on my phone. I was within 2,000 XP of a level, but there's 98 attack. Not super, important. I'll definitely make an effort, a concerted effort to get I will be able to get 99 on its own. At Demonics, there wasn't anything I could do. I had to use range to kill him or just leave, which I wouldn't do. But for this, if I get close to 99 attack, I can switch to defense, and then, you can go kill a goblin or something for that. But 98 attack, and we're also 121 combat now, too. We've been stuck at 120 for quite a while. Just finished up a vampire's task, as you can see by the blisterwood flail on the ground there. That's actually pretty good. You get decent Slayer XP, and of course, good alchs. The blisterwood flail only costs 40k, and I made, significantly more than that. If you, get rid of the stuff that's, if you want to just do alch value, it's probably nothing more than, I'd say 200k tops, maybe even only 100, but still pretty good. We did have to leave. It was hard to find a world, of course, but not super difficult. But I had to leave twice for hard caskets. Let's see if they were worth it. Oh, okay. Red Cavalier is new, and then the D Boots Ornament Kit, I think I made a joke about that, would have been incredible before we got the Prims for UIMs, because it means we can store Dragon Boots in the POH. But for now, it's just some Fashionscape. I'll probably go, I think we have a stash somewhere that already has Dragon Boots in it, so I'll probably go through it on those. until I get a second pair of Dragon Boots from getting KC. And then for our second one, Rune Plate Legs Trims. Wow, those are some good hard caskets. Definitely worth it to leave Vampires. Just want to show off these fancy golden boots. Prims are still a little bit cooler, I think. Would love to see some golden prims, maybe. When are you going to add that, Jagex? But also, we now have 2 pieces of gilded dragon items. So the Dragon Defender is considered trim for some reason and not gilded. But we are closer and closer to looking like a credit card hero. Using up the last of my Insult Heads from a Bloodveld task, and we also managed to get 1 hard casket. See what we're going to get. Pretty usual. That's probably what we got to expect after our last couple of them. Got a little distracted. I promised I would do some clues, and I did. Now, you can't blame me. The first Bengals game of the season was on, and I had to watch that, even though it was an absolute embarrassment. But here we go. 10 more medium caskets. Starting off with a brand new unique. Kind of rare these days. It's a bad one, but maybe it'll be a good sign. Last one. Nothing. We did get a 3rd Bandas cloak, though, on the account. What a hero. We really need to go and get that BGS. Bet you guys didn't expect to see me here. Very strange. I got a master clue from that last medium session, and this is still step 1. It was a foul step, but it's an easy one, Numulite. I was curious what's the fastest way to get Numulite. I think normally killing things are, and apparently the deranged archaeologist over here, there he is back there, he drops it it's almost like a 1 in, I think it's like 1 in 2.3 or something like that, so it's very common to get, and he had been on my mind recently. I had been looking through combat tasks because we're kind of close to having the easy ones done, and one of these down here is for him, and it was deranged archaeologist novice, kill the deranged archaeologist just 10 times, and I was like, okay, that's easy, maybe I'll do that at some point. So I figured I would do that now, and if you actually go and just go by the boss, he only has 4 if we look at all of them, and they're very easy. It's 10 kills, 25 kills, only using magic, which is what most people do, and then don't get hit, which is again usually what most people do. I've killed this boss before. I think it was in leagues. I don't think I've done it on this account, but I guess we'll learn once I start doing this. Some people kill it for like rune limbs. He has a somewhat uncommon drop form, and I think a black d'hide body too, if I'm remembering correctly. But very simple boss. You just pray range, run between these 2 spots whenever he uses his special attack. He's very similar to the crazy archaeologist in the Wizards Guild, or the Wizards. Well, that was like a freaking stroke I just had in the wilderness. I guess there's a W there. And then I've got some safe spots here from Mudkip's video that he made where he killed this guy like 1,700 times. He's still rank 2 for UIMs right now. The rank 1 guy has got like 11,000 kills. I don't know. I guess if you want to be rank 1, you do that. I just don't know why you would kill this guy so many times. He doesn't have like a pet or anything. But hey, to each their own, I guess. That's what you enjoy doing. He's also like rank 1 for a lot of the clues, like mediums, hards, and elites. His account's pretty nutty. Well, just got my first kill, and as you can see, I got both the combat tasks in that one. So all I have to do now is get up to 25 kills, and I'll have all the combat tasks done. And as you can see, I never killed him on this account, so it must have been in a league or something. Just about finishing up. Oh, well, I messed it up already. That's what I get whenever I try to talk. But this will be my last one here. Not too bad, this boss. Very, very easy. I knew it would be. It's pretty chill. You don't really take any damage at all as long as you're paying attention, although I will say strategy always recommends that you have like some kind of prayer, and prayer is nice because if you just use your overhead protect from range, which is what I would do if I wasn't on my last kill, I'm trying to speed it up a bit to get out of here. I wouldn't normally be flicking Mystic Might or have Mystic Might on. But you don't use that much prayer, and he does drop prayer pots somewhat commonly and food somewhat commonly. I would probably take the HP cape too, just for a little extra passive regen, because, well, you won't take any big damage as long as you're paying attention and always run from that. Sometimes, if you're a little late, or depending on how close he is to you, because once he loses aggro, he doesn't attack you automatically, he can like move around, and sometimes he'll move closer to these squares, and you kind of lose like the safe spot in quotes that you had. So it can be nice to have a little bit of food or a little passive regen, because sometimes you'll get like 10, 12 damage when you're running. But as long as you're paying attention, click within the first second of that learn to read, you won't be taking any big hits, which you can see I took one because I wasn't paying attention. I think the HP cape would have popped that back up. But yeah, 25 kills. I actually ended up getting a magic seed and a mahogany seed, which are pretty rare. And I got rune libs and a black d'hide top, so I'm officially an Iron Man. And we probably won't be seeing Deranged Archaeologist anymore in this account, just because there's not really a reason to for us. Didn't even see a crystal key, which is like the reason in quotes people go for that. I feel like Seracnus has a somewhat common chance of crystal keys, so if I ever wanted, not common, but you see them enough whenever you're doing Seracnus. So if I ever wanted to go for crystal keys, that's probably the route I would take rather than this. Just because I want that Seracnus pet. I've mentioned it before. And of course, our second step is, not an impossible one, but one I can't do right now because I need the Dragon Play Skirt, which I had on my account before. I lost it early on in my mini wipe. But it's also more funny because Vorkath is on my somewhat immediate to-do list. That's not like a real much of a secret because I got 99 range. Of course, for UIMs, one of the biggest things we do is go back for another Vorkath's head. So we can put it in the range cape. I'll go over the pros and cons of that, but it's generally a pro because it's basically we lose the Avis Assembler as a permanent inventory slot, and we can store the range cape. But it's actually, I say go back for another Vorkath head. Thankfully, I think because of how lucky we were with Vorkath at the start, I think we only have 2 kills. Yeah, I got a head at 2 kills, so I think I'll still get the Tattered Head at 50, which I hope you can use for the range cape. If not, that'll kind of be that'll suck. But hey, yeah, here's to hoping at least. But that being said, I'm not gonna go do Vorkath right now. I'm just not. I don't feel like I got a Kraken task right now. I'd like to do that. I don't feel like geared up for that or going for it. I'd like to get some more. Ideally, I'd like to get Ranger boots before I do that. But it's not immediately on the agenda. But we'll be at Vorkath soon enough. Next time we get this clue, I bet we'll be able to do it. There's a tentacle. That's Kraken tentacle number 6, I believe, at just over 1,300 kills. So I said we didn't get one last task, but we are still extremely overrate for how many we've gotten for it being a 1 in 400 drop, which I will not complain about. Super random. I just got I think it's Giles, one of the ones that comes and talks to you where you just shows you a picture what is this? I usually do it just because takes a second and a half and you can get coins, not a lot. But I got a loop half of key. I've never seen that before. I mean, not that it's super rare, but it's it's more than a cabbage or something. I'm just surprised. I'm not going to keep it because, I'm doing Kraken right now. But if I was doing Nimor Slayer, that would be kind of cool. And that's another Kraken task down the drain for a resupply shark at the very end. Thank the Lord I got that. We are up to 1441 KC. And the Kraken, and we got another Kraken tentacle, and that was 6 out of 10. So only 4 more, and we get the enhanced trident. That could potentially happen soonish. On a clue hunt here, this one was for Waterbirth Island Dungeon. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 new teleports into our thing, or I thought I was going to. Why? Oh, I need my law runes out. Here I was thinking you could teleport without law runes. Silly me. So we're going to go configure. The first one is going to be Waterbirth Island. This is for our clue. And then also it has a second use I will show once that's over there. And then Lunar Isle, I figured we'd get either our clues there, and also if we need to buy Astrals ever again, it is very easy. And now that we have the Fremnik Elite Diary done, we don't need the amulet on to talk to people and do stuff there or buy runes. So that's pretty nice. It was only 200k, only 2,000 law runes, still got plenty of laws in the bag. And we now have 2 other things in here. We've got Waterbirth Island and Lunar Isle. So we got a Waterbirth. This will be good for if we ever need Stape Grass. This is probably the easiest way for us to get it now. I used to, if I just needed 1 or 2, I would go to the Crafting Guild and Magic Grab. What is that called? Telekinetic Grab. The ones over there. And if I needed more than that, I would usually usually try to farm, because sometimes I have some planted. If I ever get Stape Grass seeds, I usually try and plant them around if I'm not in a hurry. But most of the time I would just run to the big peninsula north of the winery in Hosidius. But this is going to be much better, I think. And we got the Elite Casket. We can thank Black Dragons for this one. What are we going to get? Not much. Actually, I get to do some more Mahogany Homes. That's what I do pretty much anytime I get noted planks now, I do Mahogany Homes. I really, really enjoy it. Oh, 30 Super Restore. That's 30 Super Restores 4. That's actually pretty good. Although whenever you see potions, isn't that you could have hit the Elite table, or is that a specific kind of potion. I don't know. I'm not a clue guy. I just like opening them. I don't know the math behind it. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. 175 more kills at my favorite boss. I'm glad I kept the trident out for this very reason. I'm not gonna miss it. It was close, but never again. I'm a professional. I'm going to catch every single level I'm ever gonna get from here until the end of my account, and I didn't even get this kill. We're still 113 XP off. Oh my god, I freaked out when I saw it. I was like, oh my god, stop attacking. Stand still, stand still, stand still. And I didn't get it. Maybe we can get it by disturbing the whirlpool before he even wakes up. A big waste of runes, but hey, I don't want to waffle for too long. There it is, 93 magic. Can we see? Okay, we didn't see what we could do, but I looked it up earlier. We can now, we don't have to boost to cast level 93. We need level 93. We don't have to boost to cast level 7 enchant, which is we can use it on Zenite jewelry, which I would absolutely use on my Zenite if I had one. And that's where the meme's gonna go. You know what I'm talking about. There it is. Enjoy. Once again, the seas are calmed. 16 total KC at the Kraken, and another trip with no big drops. But money-wise, we made almost a mil, I would think, if you include the fees we had to pay and stuff. Or subtract the fees we had to pay and whatever. We made some good money from this, and I've got like 75k cooking XP from the monkfish and a bit more mahogany homes. Well, this is very rare for me, not even just recording a clip, but getting on the computer right after my shift at work. I left a little early today, but it's 3:30 a.m. my time right now, so I'm a little tired. Hope my voice doesn't sound too bad, but that's how I'm ending this episode. Did most of the editing before I left, and it's just, another boring one. I hope it's not actually boring. I hope I'm, my only goal is just to be something there to have on the side while you're playing your own RuneScape probably, or whatever you want to do. Just something you can vibe with and, have some background noise. That's what I love so many of my YouTube series for. So I hope I can even capture just a fraction of that for some of you. But if you made it to the end, thank you all for watching. I hope you had a much more interesting week in RuneScape than I did. I don't know if you're all still enjoying TOA. I'd love to go back to that at some point. Hopefully they'll kind of settle in on some balances and tweaks and changes here, because it seems like something's different every single week with that. But I'm just having a blast. Next time we're for sure gonna have something big, either 99 attack, which would be pretty cool, and then we're almost certainly gonna get 93 Slayer, and then I would love to get a 30 task if we could, but I do know you're able to go in and get one kill for is it Western Provinces, technically? Yeah, kill the thermonuclear smoke devil does not require a task, so we could do that. Maybe spoon a real easy, whatever the magic amulet is called. Not a salve. I'm blanking. I don't know what it's called, but you know what that magic amulet is. We'll probably have it someday. It would be very nice for our account. Legitimately so, because magic damage, and using magic at Kraken and having used it a little bit more, even at like raid, it's like, oh, that's right, magic damage is like the big way to increase, stuff for us, especially because, we don't really have mage switches on hand like more people do for armor or whatever. We got to take what we can get, which also I probably will go and try and get the Wildy Cape sometime. Now would probably be a prime time to do it. Or maybe on my day off when I could go at like 1 or 2 in the morning on like a Wednesday or something. That would be really, really prime. But, it would be nice for that. I always forget it gives a little bit of extra mage attack. But I'm rambling so much. I guess that's what I can do when I'm tired, is ramble. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.